get known and noticed. So the key becomes keep coming out, keep running your message. I'll admit, your message was complicated. There was a lot going on in there. So you started simple with this is what I do. And, I'm part of the 2022 community, help as many people as I can in 2022 for 2022. But then it got very complicated when you kept talking on and on and on, and then adding in, and then if you join this, and then you get this, and you get this. You gave away, you told us way too much stuff, and now we're sort of sitting there going, if I was to pass that message on, right, who's heard of that? In Australia, it's called Chinese whispers. Who played Chinese whispers as a kid? You all sit in a circle and you whisper in the ear and tell the message. In America, I believe it's called telephone. I recently found out in China, it's called Link in the Dragon.
It's called whispering down the lane here. Whispering
down the lane. There you go. There's another one, right? If I was to pass your message on whispering down the lane, I don't know what's going to show up at the other end. It's way too complicated, and you need to cut it right down and turn it into, I help with this, it costs this much, and this is how I do it. Like, coaching session, this much, and I help people lose weight. And stop there. So we can take in your message and pass your message on.
I was going to...
Go ahead. Who?
Something else I was going to say through what I've been learning, through my training, is wondering about your rebuttals. And if you've got something that regularly keeps coming up where people aren't turning, you're actually, the same for whatever reason it is. So, example, which I discovered when I had my problem, in my early days with my go-karts, I used to get a lot of rebuttals, they can't afford it. Now, when I started some coaching, I found out unknowingly my subconscious was saying that. But once I started getting the people in and started signing up, I don't get that now. So there might be something that's in your subconscious that you're saying without realizing it too.
Interesting.
Ian, can I add one more thing?
Yep.
I agree with Misty. You started off quite simply, but it became very complicated. And once it becomes complicated, people don't listen. Okay? What you need to do is think of what are the 3 problems that you can solve for people. What are they? And be as specific as you can. What are the 3 problems? Because people aren't the slightest bit interested in how you do it. They don't give a damn. They don't care whether you've been in business 5 minutes or 50 years. They want to know whether you can help them. That's all they're interested in. And if you make it too complicated, they're not going to listen. That's my 2 cents worth.
And I'm going to cut it down even more. We only need to know one thing. You're a weight loss coach, so you help people lose weight. And I know that that's not exactly what you say or do. But the truth is...
It's just that that's too common, isn't it? It's just that that's too common, isn't it? Like, I want my message to stand out. I don't want to be the same one in the crowd that's got the same message, don't I?
You are the standout in the crowd. You are the standout. How many other weight loss coaches are here, by the way? It's only you.
Okay, good
point. So yours is the only message. And while we may not, and it might not be the right term as a weight loss coach, and I know Ray's got his hand up too because he wants to add in, but I know weight loss coach may not technically be the right term. However, advertising-wise, that's what a customer wants. They just want to lose weight. Those are their exact words. If, as a coach, you refuse to use the words that the customer is saying, they're not connecting to your message. I help people lose weight because that's what they're asking for. Now, it might not be technically true. You might help them manage some other things and eventually the weight will just come off by itself. But that's not what they're asking. They're just saying, I just want to lose weight. Great. Claim that you do that because the end result will end up being that way anyway with what you do. And your message is now different to everybody else's. But you're the only weight loss person here. So therefore you stand out amongst the crowd.
That's actually a very, very good point, Misty. Very good point.
I think it's Ray's turn. People talked over him. Ray, your turn.
Yeah, Ken.
Yes, my friend.
When you said get them through the door, what do you mean by that? Can you clarify it a little bit?
Buying a package into my program, purchasing a coaching package for me, becoming one of my clients. Like, fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Righto. Gotcha. So the thing is that you've got to qualify them. You got to tailor whatever you're doing to suit their pain, and then you got to know if they got a budget as well.
Yes.
And are they the decision maker? Hang on. And are they the decision maker about the budget, or is there anyone else involved in this? And you've got to tailor your product to suit their pain. Your presentation to suit their pain, or your product to suit their pain. They're in pain. That's why they've tapped in. You got to qualify them. They got to have a budget. If they haven't got a budget, you know, that's a condition. They can get over that as well. But if they haven't got a budget, you're both pushing water uphill with a rake.
Before that, are you getting them to the door? Are you getting them to the door to even talk to them in the first place, or are they not getting to your door?
So it's getting them to my door in the first place.
You're not getting to the door, which means, very simply, we don't understand your message. If we don't understand it, nobody else does either. So if your crew here is saying it was complicated, that's what's stopping them from getting to the door.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of people that are giving me that feedback here, so I think that's an affirmative.
Yeah, so that needs to be simplified just to see if you can get them to the secret becomes get them to the door first, then let's see what problem shows up. But until they're at your door, your message is too complicated.
Okay.
And another thing, Ken, that is, as they make the inquiry, do you end up with a one-on-one, face-to-face with them and do an interview chat with them, find out those key points that I mentioned? That's the next step. I know Fred does a lot of that type of thing in there, but it's the next step. You got to get in front of them, and you got to qualify them.
Ironically, Ray, he might be really good at that. He can't get him to the door to start with. So until he gets in there, he might actually be really good at the rest. It's getting him. It's the advertising to start with. But you won't know until you get him there.
It'll be bloody hard going, Ken, from there, but there's a good book that's worth getting. It's called You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar by David H. Sandler. Okay?
Wow.
And
I thought you were going to name mine, Ray, but all right, I'm going to look up that book now. It was called...
Don't give me any look today.
Notice in the marketplace. You could make more money.
You must have copied it off him. Okay.
Anyway,
no problem, Misty. I hope that's some help to you, Ken, because it can be a bloody struggle online. And from there, and you got a lot of people here who are willing to help you and give you some good tips. And all you need is just one bloody idea.
Yeah.
You know? Just need one.
Yep.
And then you're away.
I don't think, Ken, you also have to think about it as a customer. Like, if someone's looking for you, as what Misty said, if they're going to look for weight, they're going to look for weight loss or weight loss coach. But if you do other things, they're not going to know something else and different names with it, the people are not going to be, they won't know that. Then you can always have a little subtitle that you're different, but when people, and that's what you've got to always think about, as a public, what would they be looking for? That's what you've always got to think, every time you write something, you've got to sort of think about, not as what we think it's right, is the public going to read it? Is this what the public wants?
Christmas is coming. Do you have a special dress you want to fit into? Christmas is coming. Do you want to go swimming? I mean, that's your key moving forward, right? Christmas is coming. Are you planning on eating every single meal in December leading up to Christmas Day, as well as Christmas Day and everything through to New Year's? If so, you might need a hand. I'm a weight loss coach.
Yeah, summer's coming. Do I want to get into that swimsuit before Christmas?
Fitting the swimsuit before Christmas, not New Year's.
And Ken, think of messaging that creates curiosity. Okay? Because you need to get them in the door.
Yeah.
And you're not getting their attention. So you've got to create curiosity with these people without giving away what it's all about.
Oh, no, hit them over the head. Just hit them over the heads.
I agree with you, Miss. Just hit them over the head.
Don't fit into that dress. Yeah, righto, you need a hand.
I've got to jump in. I think, like, one of the things, Ken, is that I know you get, like, frustrated with going into networking groups and not getting responses or whatever, and you've worked out that you need to actually be proactive in making the connections anyway. But the whole thing is that even you've only recently changed your pitch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's not going to work overnight. People have got to hear it multiple times, right? And yes, there's lots of it in here that have joined the 2022 community, and that's a gimmick, and that's a way for people to get in the door or get to the door. It's not the ultimate. It's not, the money-making exercise. It's whatever. It's just a little carrot you wave in front of somebody and hopefully get them in. If you're going to run that, you can't run it for 2 weeks and say it didn't work. Right? You've got to run it for at least 2 months.
12 months. That's it.
Well,
You've got
there
the
you go.
rest
So
of
it
the
usually
year.
says 12 months.
90 days is a good time to see what the result is. So, yeah.
Well, I like the whole 2022 concept for sure. I mean, I like that. And, I like the fact that is very, very simple in the message and everything. And so it kind of packaged something in the beginning. It's like, hey, if you join my Facebook group and then you join this over here, this is what you get for that. And I think that's a great
But I don't
deal.
want any of that, Ken. I just want to lose weight. I don't want a Facebook group. I don't want that other stuff. I just want to lose weight.
Correct.
Right? I just need a hand. For $20, can't you just help me? Because I don't want the stuff. I just want someone to listen to my drama and then fix it. That's it. I don't want a group. And there becomes the problem, right? We invent stuff people don't want. Help thinking that if we give them more. There's a quick little thing. I know, Brenda, I know you got your You really have to just jump in like Fred did. But here's the thing, right? We all think that we have to give more value. The value has to be more than the money that we're spending. Here's the truth. You don't have to prove value to anybody. The valuable part was whatever's in your head compared to somebody else's. We don't know the difference between the extra value you just gave out because I made this group, because I did this, and because I give you this over here. I don't know the difference because it wasn't in any of it to start with. I don't know the difference between what it was small before to what's now available. I only know what I want. And if I hear 2022, but I can be in these 15 different groups, right? And then that will help me. All I'm thinking is I'm paying $20 for something I don't need. Because I only wanted an hour of your time or 30 minutes of your time, whatever it is, 5 minutes of your time. And now I'm paying for stuff I don't need. So now that's not valuable to me anymore. Because you gave me too much stuff that I'm not interested in. You get it right back. Don't worry about helping 17 different ways. Just say, I'm just here to help. Your key becomes, I'm here to help. I will help you. You want to lose weight? I will help you with that. I'm not going to farm you off to all these other groups. I will help. Someone will actually help me. That'd be great. Actually, that could be handy. And that's where it goes.
Value is a little bit like beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Go.
Got to jump in. So
Go, jump in.
Jump in.
okay, so Fred, sorry, Ray, for cutting you off. Fred gave you a clue at the beginning when he did his tech tip, and he showed that SEO stuff where it showed how many characters his title was too long, so SEO wasn't going to be his friend. Well, when your title is too long, not only is SEO not your friend, but people go to sleep. They check out. I've got 2 screens here, and I've only just got 2 screens. I just got my second screen. But now, here's the nightmare of the second screen. There's something different going on over here. So if you're talking, but I'm not totally engaged, it hasn't caught my attention, then whatever's happening over here, and it's only my calendar, but whatever's happening over here draws my attention over here. And then eventually you're going to use a word, and my head's going to go, whoop, what did he say? The thing I see missing, you have a lot of great stuff on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your profiles, all over the place. You have a lot of great stuff, but I see something missing. I have never seen a before and after picture of Ken.
That's on my Facebook profile. It's right there on the banner.
But you want to tell them, okay, so So there's some reason why I haven't seen it then, because I didn't recognize that was your before and after picture. People, I'm overweight, okay? I don't want to listen to somebody thin. I really don't. Because I don't believe that thin people feel my pain. But if I know that you felt my pain and that you did something about it, then you give me even greater hope than somebody who has something. So you want product differentiation. Your product differentiation is that you felt my pain. And that means you can still feel my pain. Your other product differentiation is that you are not selling a diet. I'm tired of buying diets. I've bought 454,000 different diets. I've eaten brown rice until I thought my ears were going to turn brown. I've eaten cabbage soup until I felt like I smelled like a cabbage. I lost weight for a very short amount of time, and then I gained back even more. You have something way better than that. But you have to figure out how to tell them in a really short way that you have something way better than that. So the way to do it is, like Misty was saying, like everybody is saying, you're a weight loss coach. You're a weight loss coach. When you get me on a one-to-one, then you talk to me. That's where you show me that you're different. If you say, I'm a weight loss coach who has been there before, I had to lose my own weight, that's going to give me enough of a product differentiation to want to talk to you.
That's powerful.
That right there gives me enough product differentiation to want to talk to you. Because if Misty says, I'm a weight loss coach and I can help you lose weight, and I look at Misty sitting there on Zoom and Misty looks like she weighs about 100 pounds to me, I'm going to go, oh, hell no, there's no point in listening to Misty. She can't understand my pain. But if you tell me I was there and now I'm here, then I'm going to go, okay, he's going to get me. So that's
did you lose, Ken? That's such a good point. How much did you lose, Ken?
62.5 pounds.
It's like half a Backstreet Boy.
That's your power statement. That's your Superman pose. That's what you want to stand in.
Is it too much if I add in? Is it too much if I add in and I've stayed there for 5 years? Because I think that's also an important point.
No, don't worry about that. No, I don't want to know that you did it 5 years ago. Just sit around and say, I'm a weight loss coach who had to lose 62 kilos in order to learn it and teach it to others.
I would go slightly different than Misty. If you want to say I kept it off, that would be my only contradiction to what she's saying. And I don't see any problem with saying, and I've kept it off, because, again, that speaks to me, because I've lost 60 pounds before, too. But every time I gained it back plus. Right? That's my horror story. That's my nightmare. That's my big pain, is that, oh my God, I'm going to buy another package. I'm going to lose a bunch of weight, but then I'm going to turn right around and I'm going to gain back even more than I lost. I can't afford to do that again, because if I do it again, I'm probably going to be in a wheelchair.
In actual fact, you've just named his superpower, Brenda, because his superpower isn't in the weight loss. It's in the teaching you how to keep it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
your superpower.
You've
sit around and say, all right, yeah, so I'm Ken Kleinberg and I'm a weight loss coach. I was 62 pound heavier and I've had to keep it off all this time. And the problem I solve is teaching people who lose weight
how to
keep it off.
Yes.
I mean, wow, okay, that would be cool. And then we'd look and go, well, he did say he was 62 pound heavier and he doesn't look that now. So, yeah, he's worked out how to keep that off. And he looks like he's kept it off for a while too, right? So, yeah, I agree with Brenda. I agree.
Well, I just pulled up his profile on my phone, and your before photo on the cell phone's more part sort of disappeared. You don't see much of it. What you see at the moment, which I would change, is the quote you've got. That stands out more. So when people see that quote, more like they're just going to bypass that. So if you
Good
change
point.
your actual cover page, that's where you want to get them attention.
Okay.
Because at the moment, when I'm sitting on the phone, because I mean, a lot of people use phones these days.
That's actually a very, very valid point. I'd never thought about how it was showing up on the phone. I usually just always visualize the computer. I see you, Rebecca. Yeah. Thank you.
Fred teaches you to put a, I'm not a fan of
oh, okay.
Fred teaches you to put a little, what looks like a button on that picture up the top, and then you just put it and it just says click here. Right, and then you click on it, which actually isn't a thing, but when you click on the picture, there's a story that'll sit behind it. Hi, I'm Ken. I was 62 pounds heavier. I started this weight. I lost this, and I had to keep it off. And now I help people keep it off. So anyone can lose weight, but keeping it off becomes the problem. And I solved that problem. And now that story would sit behind someone clicking on your homepage picture.
And the important bit about that is that it says, so you want to know more? Here's my phone number.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, put it all in there, right?
Not even get me on email or here's my links or here's my link tree. No bullshit. Get on the call.
Just go straight to the contact.
Straight to the call.
Here's the number.
Powerful. Absolutely powerful. Rebecca.
I was going to go Paul next because he had his number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Paul.
What I wanted to share with you, Ken, is what changed me around last year, right, with regards to networking. I was actually turning up to Misty's business at breakfast, and Misty just shut her eyes, I think. And basically what happened was, firstly, Misty spooks you, so when she knows what you do, she's really good at talking you up to the whole group. But she also got me to give a talk, like the first or second week I was in there, so I got to talk to the whole group as well. And that's really where you can tell the story, the real story. But business at breakfast for me is what changed my networking career.
Mm.
And Ken has one of those coming up. He's teaching a masterclass for me. He's one of my masterclass presenters.
Oh, neat.
Yep.
I'm sending you the links to Business at Breakfast, Ken, because I don't know if I've done that yet.
I don't think you have. Rebecca, you still have your hand up.
I give the credit, Misty.
There was just a couple of things. A couple of them I've forgotten already, but never mind. I'm just scrolling through your personal Facebook. Do you use your personal Facebook as your business Facebook, or do you have a separate one for business?
For the most part, for the most part, my Facebook has turned into more of my business than anything because, using Facebook as personal anymore, it's the algorithms are just stupid.
It's just on that point. A lot of people use Facebook pages and believe they're promoting their business. Total waste of time unless you're paying for ads, right? And I only use Facebook for business, right? You never see anything up about my grandkids you might see something about my dog, but that's about as far as it goes, right? There's never any personal stuff goes up. It's all about business, and that's what I encourage clients to do as well, is to use a personal profile, because the trick about personal profiles is, I'll give you an example. In order to get any kind of traffic from Facebook or information from Facebook, you need to go into other Facebook groups that are asking questions about weight loss. And all you do is you answer those questions. You don't try and sell anything. You just answer those questions. When people see your answers, the first thing they will do is click on your profile, your name in that group, which will take them to your profile. And that's what Misty was saying. So on the banner of your profile, there should be a call to action of contact me and whatever you're, selling about how to keep your weight off, right? Type of thing. Contact me will open up that second window. You tell them a little bit about yourself and how you can help them, and they contact me via phone. So Facebook profiles, the only way you can use them, because when people respond to your comments in other groups that you're commenting, so you have to be proactive doing that. Waiting on somebody to find you on Facebook, waste of time.
Right.
You've got to be out there proactive in other groups. But the first thing they do is they click on your profile to find out, who is this guy? What's he all about? They see your banner, they see your stuff on there, they see your posts and comments, and then they might click on that banner and hopefully they'll make that phone call. So that's just general basic lead generation from Facebook.
Yeah, and just the other couple of things I was going to mention is have you got with your clients when you take them on the journey, do you get video testimonials from them or before and afters? Because I can't see any of that on your personal page.
No, I don't have that yet. My first 2 clients that I had were kind of like they were trial clients, and my total bad, and I totally own that, is I didn't follow up to get the video testimony from them.
How long ago were they your clients?
One of them was my mentor, actually still is my mentor, so I could probably go tag him and say, hey, remember that, can you do this for me? And then the other one, I haven't been able to get a hold of her for a while.
We've all made that mistake, Ken. We've all made that mistake, so don't worry too much. The truth is your words, now that we've defined them better, your words will be easier anyway. When you practice saying them much more simpler, it's easy for everyone else to talk about you. It's easy for you to say it. It's easy for anyone to hear and hear the message. So a lot of it comes down all based to you anyway.
I love it.
The only other thing I was going to mention is that I see a lot of, I know your passion project is your podcast with Aldwin, but there's a lot of stuff on there with you and Aldwin, but not much of you promoting yourself. It's all like a lot of it's you and Aldwin, you and Aldwin, you and Aldwin, Aldwin.
That's usually because when we get on there, and when we go live, she shares a bunch of stuff, and then I'll share it again on my profile and stuff to get it out there. Yeah,
I get that. I'm just saying, there's a lot. Like when you scroll down, I wouldn't know that you're a weight loss coach.
So more stuff about me now on Facebook. What should that look like? I have heard people say that you don't want to constantly put out content on Facebook that just talks about, hey, my program, hey, check out my package, all of that. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be doing more value stuff.
Yeah, you do it in 3 lots. You do it in question. You post questions to people. Mm-hmm. You would post information to people, so you give people info about, how to control their weight, and then you do, you do a promo about, well, come and talk to me, right? So you mix it up. You don't like what you said, but it's all generated around the same thing. So predominantly it should be about helping people. So when they go to your Facebook page, or not page, when you go to your profile, they actually see helpful information, right? And that should encourage them to reach out to you. And then you might ask a question in one. And every post should ask a question irrespective. So every post you should get somebody to comment. And the only way to get them to comment is to ask a question. Because when people comment, that's Facebook juice, if you will. So it helps the algorithm. Mm-hmm. When people like and encourage people to hit any of the other icons except the like button. So ask them to hit the heart button or any of the other emojis. Because again, Facebook sees that they've taken a little bit extra action. They haven't just hit like, they've actually opened it up and they've selected one of the other icons. So Facebook sees that as somebody is engaged a bit more. And Facebook is all about engagement. If you can get people engaged on your comments, then they will share it with more people. The more people that engage then, they will share it with even more people. If people are not engaging on your comments, Facebook will not share it. So it's all about encouraging people to engage on whatever post you put up.
Point.
I was going to add a couple of things, but I know we've gone past the hour. So was that helpful for you, Ken?
Oh my gosh, extremely. This is especially narrowing down my message to what you guys have suggested. I love it. This has been absolutely powerful. Thanks, guys.
And the recording will be up. You've probably forgotten half of the stuff we've talked about, but the recording will be up probably tomorrow sometime or even later today. So you'll be able to go and regenerate all those thoughts.
And Brenda, I am confirmed tomorrow for 4:00. I don't know if we need to change the link or however that works, but you could message me.
Just put the tab on the bar, Ken. We'll come and have a drink with you.
Oh, heck yeah. Let me go grab my tequila.
Yeah, Is that what?
Do you know what that means, Ken? Put the tab on the bar?
Yeah, shout the bar.
No, I'm just asking Ken if he knows. Do you know what that phrase means?
Shout the bar.
Where my mind went with it is we're at a bar and he just did like a tab to set up the tab at the bar so we can have some drinks on the tab.
Yeah, you're paying. You're paying. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're paying.
Oh, jeez.
We'll drink to that any day. We'll drink to that today. It was good, valuable stuff that come out today, Ken. It was awesome.
It was.
From
It was.
everyone, you know?
And yes, I will virtually buy you a drink.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, if no one has anything else to add or comment on, we might wrap this session up. All right.
Yeah, bring your friends next week, guys, because Missy's is in the room.
Heck yeah,
Bring
let's
your
go.
All right, guys. Have a great afternoon.
See you guys later. Bye.
See ya. Take care.